America's News Now, carrying on her brother's legacy. She worked for weeks to ensure the safe evacuation of our allies in Afghanistan who helped American troops in our longest war. Joining us right now, Ryan Manion, sister of Marine Travis Manion, who was killed while serving in Iraq back in 2007, and also president of the Travis Manion Foundation. Ryan, welcome back. Always an honor to have you right here on the National Desk.
Thanks for having me.
Over the past few weeks, you've worked to secure visas for Afghan allies and interpreters seeking to escape Taliban rule there. In fact, you started with securing an evacuation plan for an Afghan interpreter. I understand that you met over social media years ago. I want to know how that happened and what led you to form that relationship with that interpreter so many miles away.
Sure. Well, my friend Bashamal, we met through social media because I spoke a lot about my brother's interpreter, who he served with in Iraq, and he saw that and wrote to me and shared with me his story of how he served with our U.S. forces. And as he was going through the process to get his special immigrant visa, we kept in touch. When I realized what was happening in Afghanistan, I reached out to him to make sure that he was all set up, and he wasn't. He was still an applicant, and he was stuck in Afghanistan. And I was privileged to be able to provide him support with some incredible Marines on the ground to get him through the gates and on an airplane. And right now, he is in Italy, waiting for a flight to head to America.
Well, that's exciting. You know, one thing I love about you, Ryan, is that you work to keep your brother's legacy alive by living by his motto, if not me, then who? And I love that. I think that encompasses everything that you've been doing the past few years here. Why was it so important for you to assist with helping to evacuate other Afghan allies? And how important are these relationships for our U.S. service members?
It was important for me because, number one, it's about humanity. We made this commitment to these men and women that served alongside our U.S. forces that we would take care of them. 20 years later, we have left many of them behind. But personally, for me, I watched the relationship between my brother and his interpreter, Nick, who now lives over here. Lives in Florida, and I saw the brotherhood that existed between them. And that exists for these men and women who were serving overseas in Iraq with these men and women who served alongside them. And for us to just walk away from that, leave people behind, we're not honoring our commitment, we're not honoring our promise. And it pains me to know that Bashamal made it out. I helped several others make it out. But to know that there are still so many left behind, it doesn't feel like I've completed the mission. And, I hope that we can continue to push these men and women through and get them out of a very unsafe and dangerous situation.
It has been a rough few weeks for all of us, hasn't it? 13 U.S. service members killed in a terrorist attack near Kabul airport. Ryan, you and your family know what these Gold Star families are experiencing. What do you hope they keep in mind during this just incredible, painful time of grief?
My heart breaks for each and every one of these families. I thought last week when I heard the news that each and every one of them was going to be getting the same knock at the door that my family did just 15 years prior. And I'm devastated by the loss of the greatest that this country has to offer, these men and women who raise their right hand to selflessly serve our country. For me, I hope they know that America grieves with them. We honor their loved ones' service and sacrifice, and we will never forget it.
Yeah, and we honor them. We honor you. I mean, it's the families too, the families that are also at home I can't even imagine what this is like for so many, their loved ones, so many of their friends too. How does your foundation plan to help these Gold Star family members and service members returning home from Afghanistan who risked their lives?
Well, that's what the Travis Manion Foundation is all about. We are a community of individuals led by veterans and families of the fallen. And right now, more than ever, it's so important for our military community to know that they are supported 100%. We will be there for our Gold Star families in the days, weeks, months, and years to follow, to provide them the support and also to provide them opportunities to honor their loved ones in service to others. For our veterans that are returning home, for our veterans that are dealing with the end of a 20-year war and what that means and what that signifies, we are going to make sure that this country understands and does not forget that our service members are the best, again, the best that this country has to offer. And we have to make sure that we understand the value that they bring and what they have done to protect and serve us for the last 20 years.
Amen to that. Ryan, you are so strong, and I always love talking to you. It just exudes through the screen. I can just feel it, and we appreciate everything that you've done for our service members. God bless you. Have a great day.
Thanks.